I wasn't a bounty hunter. I was certified as a bounty hunter, a fugitive recovery agent, but I never actually did the job just because I didn't need to. It was just an extra certification to get. But I did go to bounty hunter school, okay? But I'll tell you this quick story. So I'm at bounty hunter school, okay? The guy that owns the school was a colleague of ours. He was the kind of guy that owned, I want to say, probably close to 500 guns, maybe even more, okay? And when you walk into the school, there's literally guns all over every single wall, from pistols and revolvers to little derringers to machine guns and sniper rifles, all kinds of stuff. And so we're going for the certification. So it's me and my buddy Joe and my friend Lars. And the guy that's teaching is like a bounty hunter that's been doing it for 30-something years. He's not a teacher at all. He's a bounty hunter that talks about his job and tells stories as if that's going to teach you how to be a bounty hunter. It doesn't work that way. You have to know how to teach, okay? We're sitting there, we're going through the classes. And I mean, like, I want you to picture a smoky room with 3 of us in there, and the smoke is coming from the guy that's teaching the class, and he's like, and then I took him out back of the bar, and I said some stuff to him. It wasn't nice stuff. It was mean stuff. And I'm like, are you serious? I'm learning nothing. How am I going to be a bounty hunter with this guy? So we're going through, and like, we're literally just sitting there. We just have to wait out the clock, because once we finish with the school, we'll be certified bounty hunters, and then we can do the job if we need to. Like, the middle of one of his stories, he's saying, and then the next thing I know, this guy, he's got a gun to my right kidney. Right, he's got it in there. It's deep. I can feel it. And I know it's a revolver, which means that if he presses the trigger, like, it's going. There's no safety on it. He's telling the story, right? And I'm like, well, how did we get here? And then he goes, a matter of fact, guys, we should practice this. Let's practice this. Jack, you got any guns? So Jack, who's the owner of the school, says, yeah, I got some guns. So he goes and he pulls out this duffel bag. This duffel bag is gigantic. And Jack's an old guy. He brings out this duffel bag, and it's taking everything he's got to carry this thing. And me and Joe and Lars are sitting there, and we watch Jack come in with this duffel bag full of guns. And he goes, ugh! And he sets it up there, and he unzips it. And then he literally turns it over and starts dumping it out. And all of these handguns start falling out. Revolvers and Berettas and Glocks and all kinds, just dumping them out one after the next. They're getting caught up on the handle of the bag, and he's shaking it. And I'm like, what is happening? Now, at this point, everybody in this room, the 3 of us, plus the bounty hunter, plus Jack, we are all, like, our career is as weapons instructors. That's our job. Safety is paramount. We have to make sure that everything is always done safely. So to watch Jack shake this freaking duffel bag of guns all over the table is a little uneasy. It's a little unsettling. So the teacher, I can't remember what his name was. I think his name was Charlie, actually. Charlie, if you're watching, I'm sorry, bro. It was a terrible school. So Charlie comes back. It was probably Henry. Who knows? Charlie comes back, and he just grabs a gun off this table. Now, if you've never touched a gun before, there's a couple rules you got to follow, okay? And without getting into, like, actual school stuff, I'll tell you this. You don't point the gun at anybody. And the first thing you do, once you find a safe direction to point it, is make sure that it's empty, okay? That's what you do. So he picks up this gun, just random gun out of the pile. He picks it up and he's like, all right, Jack, come here. So Jack goes over, and he stands there, and Charlie takes this gun and he shoves it into his kidney, into Jack's kidney. Jack, oh, good Lord. Oh, here we go. And he's like, here's what I want you to do, boys. one of you is going to put the gun into the kidney of the other guy, and then I want you're going to spin around like this, and you're going to take the gun out of his hand. Once you have the gun, you're going to hit him in the face with it. And now we're watching this like, bro, you have seen too many movies. This is ridiculous. This is not how this works. But of course, we're like, okay, well, this is part of school. We got to do it. Because I hate it when students are like, no, you're not doing it right. But that's exactly how we felt. So Joe picks up a gun. He picks up, I want to say it was a Beretta. Not that it matters, but he picks up a pistol that has a magazine in it, okay? He picks up this pistol. And the first thing he does, he points it at a safe direction. Now, Joe was just about to take this gun and put it into my kidney so we could practice this disarming move. Joe takes the gun. He points it down towards the floor. We're on the first floor of the building, so it's a safe direction. He takes it, and he makes sure the safety's on. He pulls the magazine out, and he goes, what the hell? Jack, this gun's loaded. And Jack goes, well, it's just the magazine. There's nothing in the chamber. As if that makes it any better. So Joe puts the magazine down, he racks the slide, and a friggin' round, a bullet, comes out of the chamber. Like, Jack, I was just about to point this gun at Roscoe. And I'm sitting there, and like, by now, I've peed on everything. Like, that's where the whole pee on stuff started. I was nervous. I didn't want to have a gun pointed into my kidney that day. I didn't plan on it. But so, like, Jack's like, oh, well, that's probably the only one. So we start picking up guns, and next thing you know, every gun we pick up has got bullets in it. Every single one of them. How that thing didn't go off when he was like, buh, 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 and there's just revolvers coming out and pistols and all this kind of crap. This close to having a gun. Because here's the unbelievable part which it's ridiculous, okay? The ridiculous part was he was telling us the goal of this exercise, if you're the guy holding the gun, you got the safety off, you've got your finger on the trigger, and your goal is to get the gun to go click before the guy in the front can spin around and get the gun out of your hand. That is the objective. Think about that. So I got certified. First thing I did was buy a whole bunch of guns, put them in a duffel bag loaded. I zip it up. I keep it right over there behind my cardboard men. That, my friends, is bounty hunter school, and I survived it. That was a hell of a lot longer than I thought it would be. I apologize, but it's a true story. Wow. Never thought I'd tell that story again. That's a good one.